presents exciting new opportunities for the investment-minded, but it's also volatile and accelerating in complexity. That's why we created Token Metrics, an intelligent crypto platform backed by an industry-leading combination of data, AI, and media that feeds optimized portfolios to crypto investors. Featuring Token Metrics ratings to help you find the best investment opportunities in real time, an indices page that showcases various model portfolios, and deep insights into price predictions and technical analysis. Plus, with access to Token Metrics TV, monitor 24/7 exclusive crypto news and analysis. Whether you're a first-time trader or a seasoned crypto investor, you can stay informed and in control, backed by your all-in-one crypto companion, Token Metrics. Take control of crypto today at tokenmetrics.com.
We are live. This is the market update. I'm your host, Bill Noble. If you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live. And if the content works, please hit the like button. This show is brought to you by tokenmetrics.com and Astrobot Society. What's Astrobot Society? Well, tune in. Don't go anywhere. All right. So here's what we're going to do today. We are going to start off with news, followed by the market update slides, and then we're going to go to live TA. A lot of exciting things going on. Was a decent weekend in crypto. So let's go to the news right now after we welcome who's here. All right. Just Learning is here first. Welcome. All right. Shout me out. Consider yourself shouted out, sir. Welcome to the show. Ali is here. Silent Sandal. Wax is here. Armzilla. Bull Runner. Aiken giving me some notorious love. Richmond, Virginia. Canada. The Middle East. Arkansas. Iqbal says, Bill, should we buy now? Well, I think the first half of August will be more bullish than the second half of August. Let's put it that way. We have Portugal, the Mediterranean, right? Andre Britt says, watch the failed rally. That's mid-August. That's after CPI when people are FOMOing in. All right. Let's see who else we got here. I believe we have Elijah Benjamin. Welcome. All right. Bill, when pump? Soon. Okay. Romania, Eastern Europe. Okay. Iqbal likes the crystal. Yes. It's called a Vogel crystal. Helps balance you out. It's a technical analyst thing. In crypto, everybody does TA, but in legacy, technical analysts are considered like, I don't know, super spiritual voodoo surfer guys. Buenos Aires is here. Welcome. Broken Noodle says up only. Okay, I think it's up only for the first half of August. Not investment advice, but I think it's also up only after the U.S. Labor Day holiday, right? Australia is up late at night. Welcome, right? Hong Kong says, Bill, please keep it simple, bull or bear. Okay, bull first half of August. Second half of August, sideways bear. After Labor Day, September 6th, bullish. How's that? Okay. Astrobot Society with rocket ships. Welcome. Pump season from Unknown Resolver. Right. Jay White, Roland. Right. We have Belgium is here. Dallas, Texas. UBD wants to know when Lambo. Right. Somebody else says when rug pull. Okay, that's at the end of September, I believe. Okay, Minnesota, Elijah says no red shirt. We also have San Antonio, Texas here. Mississippi, Ontario. Portugal. All right. Now, we have a wide variety of things to go over, so let's just get started. And our friend from Denmark just piped in right now. All right. Let's jump into news. Okay. Elon Musk says we're past peak inflation after Tesla sells 90% of its Bitcoin, right? And there's Elon having a smoke right, with Bitcoin coughing. Well, I guess if anybody would know about inflation, it would be a guy who has to buy parts for electric cars. Tesla's Gigafactory is now down the road from where I live. One other thing that I think is interesting is that when a lot of these guys sell, the point where they sell gets retested. So we know Saylor's average price is 30, right? Unless he's had to sell some of his Bitcoin, which he may have, all right? And Musk's average price was like 28 and a half. So I would suspect that gets retested, right? Elon is a genius in terms of keeping himself in the news, right? He sold his Bitcoin and he's still being featured in crypto news, proving that every company is a media company. Okay, Uncle Sam sanctions USDC and ETH addresses connected to Tornado Cash. So, is privacy for the people or is privacy for pirates? Well, as I understand it, this may be FUD, right? I don't know if the Treasury can really make this stick. Okay, Tornado Cash, like any privacy coin, has undoubtedly been used by bad guys. However, privacy is still the future. We'll go over the pop in Secret Network later. I met some of these guys at Consensus, right? On Secret, you can buy NFTs without people looking in your wallet. So if you've ever heard of Nansen, a high quality service with a lot of really great analysts, you can look inside smart money ETH wallets. Well, what if you don't want someone looking in your wallets? Well, Secret Network popped today off the Tornado Cash FUD. We'll go over that. All right. Now, last week, you may have heard me talk about revulsion. Okay. Revulsion. So MicroStrategy had to distance itself from its famous CEO, Michael Saylor, because they couldn't sell software because he was a Bitcoin player. So he had to go off in some sort of executive chairman role, and the CEO of the software company was going to focus on software. Meaning everyone was like, ooh, Mike, you know, this thing with Bitcoin, get away from me with this. Our customers can't handle it. It's revulsion. Now we have Galaxy Digital, right? Mike Novogratz' hedge fund, right? So his Q2 loss was big. Okay, no doubt these guys took across the board hits in the cash, but more importantly, company assets under management. Remember, Galaxy is a hedge fund. Company assets under management fell 40% from the first quarter. In other words, oh my God, I need to get out of crypto. Everybody, you know, this is how I describe markets. Everybody in, everybody out, everyone back in again. That's probably what we're going to have. We're either going to have Bitcoin 32K or Bitcoin 40K with ETH materially higher now that everyone is out. Meanwhile, Meta, Instagram embrace NFTs, undoubtedly expanding footprint to 100 countries. Why? Art and stocks are not correlated. And Robinhood adds Avalanche, and we were all over Avalanche last week, saying 23, it could go right to 31. That's what it did. We'll take a look at Avalanche to see which is the better play. Is it Avalanche? Is it Cardano? Or is it Solana? Ooh, don't go anywhere for that. Let's check additional news. Okay. Ethereum merge may lessen usage for other chains, says Nansen CEO. Many chains will become ghost towns after the merge. Okay. So before 2021 was everyone kills ETH. 2022, ETH kills everybody. It's probably somewhere in the middle. I think it's fascinating. We did an interview with a guy named Mind Your Biz, right? A YouTuber. He thinks there's a low probability that off the merge, ETH forks into like a proof of work ETH, which we'll call ETH1, and a proof of stake ETH, which is what we would expect for ETH2. All right. Now, for proof of work ETH, if that happens, That may go to zero because the smart contracts won't be able to run on it. Many smart contracts won't, but NFTs could, and it could be money. The proof of work ETH could become a form of money, right? Like Bitcoin, right? You can't run NFTs on Bitcoin. So you got to keep an eye out on this, because if you wake up one day off the merge and there's a fork and that one proof of work ETH crashes, that may be a value investing opportunity. Continuing with this idea that art and stocks are not correlated, Tiffany sells out Cryptopunks, okay, sort of tied to the Tiffany's name, sold out in 20 minutes, okay, custom jewel-encrusted pendants for holders of Cryptopunks NFTs at $50,000 each, totaling $12.5 million in sales. Lessons from this: in NFTs and in crypto, selling what they call picks and shovels is the way to go. Where does that come from? From gold mining. Who made money in the gold rush era? People who sold picks and shovels to dig gold. Most people dug gold, very few people won. In NFTs, okay, Tiffany's is catering to NFT holders, right? Like, who's going to win in NFTs? Probably the likes of Tiffany and Sotheby's, believe it or not. They may be the really big winners. NFT infrastructure plays may be interesting. Why? Because art and stocks are not correlated, right? This is an excessive rich people example of everybody pouring in to art to get away from all the glorious problems out there in the world. Now let's shift over to news. Okay, Observer 47. Hi, Bill. How should we handle micro cap bags within the coming months? If you have micro cap bags and they don't pump in August and September, call your accountant and discuss tax loss selling. Okay, tax loss selling. Okay, Boy says, please hit the like for Bill. Please hit that like button hard. We would appreciate that. Okay, Wolf Stigma says, will it be an ETH merge or split? We don't know. Now, Mind Your Biz thinks, because the code is written in Solidity, okay, if I've got that word right, that, you know, there's no incentive for a hard fork. There's an incentive to keep everything running on proof of stake. So it should be a merge, but you never know with crypto. There might be a fork, okay? We have Manchester, England is here, okay? We have Johnny Ice Cream in the house. Welcome. All right. So, okay, Tony C says, is this a bull trap? Okay. It may be a tactical bull trap in the middle of the month. I still think this week is positive, right? Crypto loves to rally through big numbers like inflation, right? So if inflation is bad and the Fed's going to fire the bazooka in September, we already know this, right? It's like the more ghastly the number, the more the Fed has to hike in September, and the more they have to be done around the election. So if the bigger the bazooka in September, the more likely it is the Fed's done after that, or the Fed has to chill out until after the election. That's what I think. Okay. Crypto is going to like it either way. Oh my God, if the inflation number is better than expected, then it's on, right? It's on. Now, I don't know how that's going to happen. I go to Walmart, there's a bag of apples. They want $8 for a bag of apples. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, you know, inflation is probably still at 10%. How they report it, I don't know. I mean, the real rate's 20, but it's probably still going to be right around where it is. If it tops, great. I actually think it's better for crypto if it's horrible, because that means the Fed has to go off. They'll go off, and then that'll be the end. And crypto will probably go up through the number over the next 5 days, and then people will think about it. It'll come off, and that's where you buy. You go on vacation. You come back after Labor Day when New York fund managers come back, and you take your shot. You shoot your shot, not investment advice. Okay. Smash the like for Notorious Bill. Yes, please. We would appreciate that. Okay. Odin Entertainment says BlackRock incoming with a biblical flood of money. Yes. Like whatever positive developments there are for crypto, BlackRock, right? They know that the world's going to need sound money, all right? And that's not fiat. You know, monkeypox is going to slow the economy down. That's definitely pandemic part 2. It's happening as we speak, right? Nobody's going to movie theaters and restaurants with that awful stuff out there. Previous video, I highlighted the medical wonders and the pain and where the pain is for monkeypox. Trust me, when that stuff comes around, you won't need the government to tell you to stay home. All right. All of these things are going to get traded. Like the theory that the Fed's done hiking rates, the fact that housing is going to top, all of this stuff's going to get traded in September, right? We're going to say, all right, let's imagine a better world, and up we go. And then there may be an October reality check. Back in 2007, right before the housing crisis, okay, the top was October 10th. So if you got to make money in crypto, you got to do it now, and you got to do it in September, not investment advice. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Somebody says, I want an Astrobot, but I'm afraid of gas wars. Okay. Well, our Astrobot guys are doing everything they can to make it the best experience possible. We are going to get ourselves an FAQ for Astrobots, and I've got love from Baby Whale in Texas. Let's go to the PowerPoint with a Frank Sinatra song that probably nobody but me knows about. It's called The Summer Wind. Okay, that's obviously what's been happening over the last 48 hours. Kind of figured the rally would actually start today. They couldn't control themselves, and they got going Friday over the weekend. 25% off token metrics, NFT 25. We are coming out with an NFT grade. So we will be able to tell you which collections are good based on AI and machine learning. And we will also be able to rank, right, NFTs within collections. So what projects and what specific NFTs done with AI and machine learning. To celebrate that, we have NFT 25. Get 25% off any plan. Expires August 15th. Okay, token metrics, especially some of our quant support and resistance levels, which I'll show you later, they were like absolute money in the bear market, absolute money at the bottom, and in select big caps, it's absolute money again. So if you're into Solana, Polkadot, or Kusama, goodness gracious, don't go anywhere. Astrobot Society. What's Astrobot Society? Well, it's an NFT project, right, that will give you certain functionality related to token metrics, right? It's like a kind of like they're selling a lifetime subscription if you buy the NFTs. And the market value will move, right, off subscription value for NFTs, I believe, and the art. What is the best way to get the best information about this NFT project? Follow Astrobot Society on Twitter. Okay, they're giving away whitelist spots. We have a Twitter space on Wednesday morning that's connected to my Twitter and the Astrobot Society Twitter. So go follow these guys, right? Because the thing that's cool about it, I think, is that token metrics is really getting in touch with its roots. We're going back to who we are, which is rocket ships, astronauts, right? Robots, and the moon. So check out Astrobot Society on Twitter. Macroeconomics, commodities, are they topping? In my opinion, yes. Back in 2014, when oil was over 100, all right, there was a top in commodities where commodities broke their 60-day exponential moving average. We picked that moving average because it's a favorite of our quant department. In 2014, right, commodities broke that average, and went straight down. Straight down. In 2020, okay, commodities, the CRB index, broke the 60-day, came back and retested it sort of more dramatically, and then just collapsed. Okay, now most of this was led by oil. I don't know that we're going to have the kind of collapse we had last time, but we could. We could, right? Because obviously commodities have gone straight up, and speed, magnitude, and direction. If commodities start to give out because of fears of recession, okay, that is going to help propel crypto. It's going to propel crypto. So commodities up, crypto down, commodities down, crypto up. It could be that simple. Okay, stonks, right? I hate talking about stonks. One, because they're annoying. Two, because I'm never right. Just to be honest. But on the right, you have stonks breaking out of an upward sloping wedge, which is insane because every fund manager and pension fund has reallocated to bonds, right? Which is probably why stocks are going up, because nobody owns them, okay, at least at the big institutional level. And I'm watching stocks break out of its upward sloping range. That's on the right. And on the left, we have total crypto market cap has not broken out yet. And that's because Bitcoin is awful. I don't know if that's because Michael Saylor has to unwind part of his position, or these Mt. Gox unlocks are being hedged. Either way, you know, if tech and S&P continue to break out, I cannot believe crypto is not going to follow either now or definitely, not, I shouldn't use the word definitely, hopefully in September. Whatever stocks can do, crypto can do better. Okay, let's talk about Cardano. I've got multiple Cardano charts that I think are interesting. Okay, this one is the Fib Circle analysis. Cardano has done nothing, right? And if there's going to be big market cap expansion, there's going to be a dark horse in there somewhere. It's either going to be Cardano or XRP. It could be both. Okay, these underappreciated coins, there's always a surprise. There's always a surprise when you get these like sort of epic rally or bear market rallies or whatever you want to call it, right? There's always a surprise. The surprise could be Cardano. Now, NEAR, which everyone blew off, notice the red line, the 60-day moving average, right? That's our 60-day exponential moving average. NEAR takes it out, can't even come back and retest it, and ramps higher. I think, honestly, a lot of derivatives protocols are going to wind up running on NEAR. And just to be honest, I think people are buying NEAR as a hedge in case of an ETH 2.0 debacle. So I know NEAR's adoption isn't what the other layer ones are, but it feels like they're buying this as an ETH merge hedge. So that means you could see 6.5. The better point is what happens in your coin or any coin when it breaks above, ding, 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 the 60-day exponential moving average. Zcash. Zcash forever. Zcash moving above, this is a log scale, moving above a Fib circle line and bouncing off its 60-day exponential moving average. No doubt taking advantage of the fact that the Zcash conference is coming up or is actually on right now. All right. And the fact it's breaking above the 60-day. A lot of other privacy coins have bad reputations. I suppose, you know, one privacy coin, there's no difference between one and the other. Zcash is going to have a layer one and they're going to move to proof of stake. You know, I just can't stop liking it, right? It's my personal box of chocolates underneath the bed. So you can take that with a grain of salt. Secret Network, okay, which kind of did a mini moon off the Tornado Cash move. Now, it went above its 60-day moving average, 60-day EMA at 131. It's come back off. Okay, I'd be very interested in this if it came back above 131. Okay, this is not something that people are paying a lot of attention to. A layer one that has privacy features, a layer one that allows you to transact without everybody seeing what you did. they released an NFT movie. A full-length movie was released on this network during consensus, and nobody noticed. Frequently, the best trades are the ones no one noticed. So if there's going to be a surprise, this could be it. Because as soon as the Tornado Cash news came out, it attacked the 60-day. And I don't care what it is, right? If it takes out the 60-day exponential moving average between now and the end of September, it is worth looking at. Conversely, if it can't take out the 60-day, it's probably not worth looking at. All right. Zcash 71 is our quant support level. So just as a reminder, if you have a Token Metrics subscription, you can type in your coin and, go back. You can go all the way back to the history when it began to see, where support and resistance levels are. Zcash is above 71. The next level is 82. Okay. Support and resistance points, they're like, Zcash could move in $10 increments if it got going. Okay. Secret, $1.49 is resistance. So that's kind of a bummer. But if it was able to get above $1.49, 202 would be next. So on a percentage basis, this give up trade in Secret could get unwound. It could, right? Because again, everyone gave up, right? This huge base formed around $1, and now it's going the other way. Now it's probably not going to go the other way today, but again, watch the levels, 131 and 149. Let's see what happens. Everyone's like, oh, what's the theme for the next cycle? It's like during the bull market, everybody was like, oh, I can't wait for the bear market so I can buy. So we had the bear market. Now no one wants to buy. Now also everyone's like, oh, I can't imagine what the nebulous future holds. Hey, people, the future may be here now and it may be on sale. Now, who knows what's going to happen in October and November? But I'm saying, certain things that are going to benefit crypto in the future may be available now to trade during these big bear market rallies. Now, big brother Bitcoin, painful, can't get through 24.2. If it could, it would get to 28. I guess it's just a function of when these Mt. Gox guys are done selling, right? Or if Elon comes in and decides to buy back in, who knows? Okay, ETH. All right, ETH is can move in $200 increments. If ETH holds above 1750, that's been a level we've been talking about for quite a while. The next level is 1867. You know what? To be honest with you, ETH could be at 2,000. Okay, ETH could go to 2,000 in a week. Now, it's probably going to come off after that, right? ETH also has a tendency historically to just go up and then sit. So ETH may go to 1867 and then sit there between that level and 1752 in a very, very quiet second half of August. Who knows, right? All I know is not investment advice, but I don't think it's too late to get involved in ETH. I don't think it's too late to buy dips in ETH. And I think you should ask yourself, what should I do if ETH goes to 3,000? Which is why I keep going back to art and stocks aren't correlated. I mean, if you want to buy ETH NFT assets, do you want to buy them sooner or do you want to buy them when ETH is at 3,000? AVAX. Okay, so we liked it at 23. It went to 31. Thank the market gods for that. Okay, the next level could be 39. Right? I think this is also, this is a buy. All these layer ones are going to go up in advance of the ETH merge. In other words, ETH merge may kill them, but people are going to want a diversified portfolio of ETH hedges going into the merge. It's that simple, right? And then if you have a problem with Solana and the Robinhood news, that's probably why Avalanche was taken off, because Avalanche, as we discussed in the past video, right, from last week, Avalanche can have a mind of its own. Even if the market really isn't going up, both AVAX and NEAR can just go. Okay, speaking of going, Solana, right? So there was support at 35 that held on the hack. It got back above 40. There's no resistance until 48. So a lot of these layer ones, they got, first it was Avalanche that had room to run. Now it's Slug, right? And everybody's probably going to be, everyone's going to forget about the FUD from last week pretty quick. Now, XRP. So YouTubers like talking about XRP and Cardano because people are interested. I get that. But I keep saying with XRP that there's this huge base built under 35 cents, right? I mean, they have just, the SEC, I mean, there has been this is either like puking or there's been somebody accumulating this below 35 cents. And how do you know that? Because when this thing tried to go back down below 35 cents, it did not stay there long. Yeah, this was a huge battle. This was a 2-month battle down here, but the bulls are winning, right? Because this base is holding. Now, either this is a dead coin or not. The SEC has lost the lawsuit against these guys. And this is a fast payment network. Have you seen what QNT is doing? Right? QNT is like, I don't know. I view it as like Ripple, XRP without the legal problems. Kind of like a payment network for, central bank digital currencies, like a payment plumbing system. Like QNT has just been on an absolute rampage since the market bottom. Could that flow over into XRP? Could total market cap get moved by XRP, Cardano, ETH, layer ones, and Bitcoin? Oh, yeah. I mean, who is looking for XRP and Cardano to moon in September? Like YouTubers cover it, but who is actually advocating for like a near-term moonshot? Like who gets on and says, you know what? In the next 75 days, XRP and Cardano could go up a lot. Like, when have I ever talked about XRP and Cardano? Now, this may do nothing, but like I said, they built this base over a course of months, many months. And there is a saying, the bigger the base, the higher in the space. So if you're into XRP, you got more hope in the next 75 days than I think you've had in the last 3 years, to be perfectly honest. Ethereum name service, right? This is back to the ETH merge thing, man. This thing is perched on support over here at 1746. And there is nobody home on the upside until like 21. So if they want to ramp this, they can. Okay, DYDX. Okay, goes back to a bad habit I have in the bull market called you buy resistance, right? When something gets to a resistance point and sits there just below it, okay, you do a cowboy buy, because if it breaks the resistance point, you lose the ability to do good risk reward trading. Now, it may break out above 2.5 and come back. That's good. But this is not backing off. There is no, if you think about the next cycle, right? The next cycle is now in many respects. There is no way any crypto hedge fund is going to have all their money on any exchange, right? Or have to use Tether to trade and short crypto. This stuff's going to happen on decentralized exchanges. It has to be. You have to have a diversified portfolio of exchanges. And the fact that your DYDXs and your PERPs, right? These things were considered dead. They're not dead. If anything, there's going to be a massive revival because institutions are going to have to trade on DEXs. Now, which coin has the best utility? Which coin has the best tokenomics? I don't exactly know that, but I do know that if DYDX is above 2.5, it can go to 430. Polkadot, which I've been screaming about since $7. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Proudly screaming about since $7. Laughably, they actually took it below that recently. There's nobody home until 10, and if they take out 10, there's nobody home until 15. So this give-up trade in Polkadot, given its size of its market cap, I mean, can you imagine ETH, Cardano, Polkadot, XRP, right, all mooning at the same time? And then big brother Bitcoin could either go to 32 or 40 once everybody's done selling. I mean, the FOMO that would create in September, Like everyone's like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to 100. The bear market's over. I can just hear it at the end of September. You want to be getting ready for this now. Now, do you have to put the rent money in the market? No, don't ever put the rent money in the market, please. Okay, but you want to accumulate what you can when the market is sideways. You want to say to yourself, okay, if ETH goes to 3,000 or XRP goes to $1 or Cardano goes to $1, right? Like Cardano has done nothing. I can bring Cardano up on Token Metrics and I can show you that there's that whole thing where, the Token Metrics grade has mooned on a daily and weekly basis above 80, and Cardano's price has not moved. I've seen this before, right? And then the price can just absolutely take off. That's what happened in DYDX and Kusama. Okay. Kusama, they hammered it around pretty good between 60 and 38. It's now above resistance at 59. There's nobody home until 90, right? This whole, Web3 interoperability, like everyone has forgotten about interoperability for Web3. Correct me if I'm wrong, but back in 2021, Token Metrics was trying to tell everybody, including legacy media, that Web3 was about connecting all these different blockchains. Now, I don't know. Everybody says Web3. Everyone says Web3 just because they want to say Web3, right? It's somebody dressed in a bunny outfit. Oh, I'm in Web3. Okay, Web3 is about connectivity. Web3 could also be about art, about digital media. By the way, seen the price action in Theta? Okay, decentralized music, decentralized, or like owning your own data, decentralized identity, music, art, all these things where the little guy has been cut out and Silicon Valley has been winning. They traded it before and they could trade it again. Don't fall asleep and forget about what Web3 really is. Okay, just as a reminder, this is the reminder to make money on the upside while you can. Yesterday or recently, Congress passed a bill, kind of like what they do in election years. It'll help Joe Biden with his base. It was about environmental bill, about the environment. They raised taxes on technology companies and drug companies to pay for a modest climate assistance bill. Okay? Now, notably, in order to get the bill through, they had to, not include anything about capital gains taxes. So technology companies, the corporate tech companies got hosed, but the executives who are making Musk money, they're fine because capital gains stayed the same. And of course, since we are in the risk asset business, that is a good thing. That said, okay, before the Supreme Court ruling about, let's call it women's health choices, the Republicans were going to run away with the U.S. legislative elections because of high gas prices and inflation. And since the Supreme Court ruling, this election is tied. And nobody is talking about the possibility of either bad corporate earnings in October or some sort of wild Democrat or blue or left-wing upset in the U.S. legislative system. You have a blue victory because remember, in 2016, nobody thought Trump could win. Nobody. Except me and this guy I knew from this big bond mutual fund, right? Nobody thought it could happen. It can happen. And if the blue guys win in November, that changes the capital gains tax picture. So just the mere uncertainty, remember from the big decline, what do markets hate the most? They hate uncertainty, right? This picture is a picture of capital gains tax uncertainty. I'm telling you about this now. No one's talking about this now, and that's good. They'll be talking about it later. You, informed on the show, hit that like button, will know that you don't have to FOMO, but you got to be serious about what coins to buy hopefully not investment advice in August and September, so you can make a truckload of money and exit before, excuse me, this bullshit hits the tape, because this is toxic. But for the moment, right, it's worse later, but good now. Everything that's good about risk assets and crypto and anything that could make crypto go up, they're going to do it now, because they're not going to be able to do it later. So don't say, oh, I missed it. I don't think you've missed anything. I think it's just started in crypto. The key is, on the last day of September, see you. That's how I want to do this. By the way, did I mention we're coming out with an NFT platform, right? So you can grade the collections and the individual NFTs, and you've got 25% off any Token Metrics plan. So art and stocks are not correlated. And, right, and if you're going to make money in token, you're going to make money in crypto, do it now. I don't do too much shilling on the show, but I have told you, and this is a fact, a Token Metrics subscription can pay for itself in a day, a week, and most certainly a month. Think about it. Okay, that is the market update. Now let's go. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Okay, someone's asking about Chainlink. Okay, I got to save this for our customers, but Chainlink is actually showing up in a lot of our indices. Okay, Chainlink is like, Mr. Market is looking at Chainlink and saying they may be coming out with staking, right? And Chainlink is on the move. Okay, everybody gave up on this, holy cow. So let's get this up here. Okay, BNB, another coin in our indices, and they have been recommended by our AI. This is BNB for a while. And I know some smart guys who think BNB could run. We'll get into this. Okay, now, what is the first thing that we're going to notice about Chainlink? This red line. What is the red line? It's the 60-day exponential moving average. Do you realize that only 20% of big cap coins are above their 60-day? It comes from Token Metrics' site, the market page, which I think is free, by the way. Only like, 18, 20% of the coins. Chainlink breaks out, comes back, retests the 60-day. This is like technical analysis textbook page, page 5. Right? And then boom, the thing that was resistance now becomes support. Most likely Chainlink unwinds the give up trade. Let's go to like weekly Chainlink. Okay. So if you look at weekly Chainlink, okay, this is also log scale. So log scale, like $8.34 is going to be the key level. Okay. So this is Link weekly. Okay. If Link gets wild and breaks out, it could be 12.29. I don't know anybody that didn't give up on Chainlink down at 6. I mean, look at this. Look at how many weekly candles. I mean, the size of this give up trade down here is epic. It's epic, right? It's epic. Somebody's asking me, is Rose done? I don't know. Let's see. I think we talked about this last week. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't say Rose was done, because it doesn't look like it. It looks like, it takes out the 60-day moving average, and it was there for like a day, and then it was gone. And now it's breaking fib speed resistance lines with the next level at 11 cents. So I don't think this is done, right? Okay, One Titan says people gave up on Link at 6, which is where he started buying. That's good for you, right? Definitely, right? And then at the end of September, it'll be the opposite, right? You'll have people like, massively FOMOing in. Okay, let me get ENJ up. Okay, for Rich. Okay, so ENJ, we're doing the teacup and handle thing. You know, ENJ has done a nice move and nobody wants to buy it at resistance. It seems like a teacup and handle to me, but you have to remember something about handles. Everyone's like, oh, cool. Teacup and handle. Oh, great. Yeah, handles are awful. They're such a pain in the ass, right? They go on longer than you think. They chop everybody up. It sucks. Okay. So no one wants to pay up for Engine Coin. And honestly, I don't think anybody wants to buy anything related to NFTs or art. We're in this revulsion phase. Remember, Galaxy Digital, up 40% assets under management. I'm out. I can't do crypto anymore. Now, again, people are selling this here. There is resistance, right? However, if I own this and this was above the 60-day exponential moving average of 62 cents, I would just leave it. Let them see if they can break it out. Okay. Render. Okay. NFT infrastructure. Okay. You know, a lot of hedge funds are kind of betting. I know Multicoin is kind of doing this where they're betting on like data collection, metaverse infrastructure type plays. Don't blame them a bit. Don't blame them a bit. Makes total sense to me. So this is a log scale. Let's go weekly just to give you a little variety on the live TA. Okay, so on render, you really need to be above, I don't know. I think on render, you need to get above 83 cents. I think if you get above 83 cents, you're off to the races to probably $1.13. So a lot of these metaverse plays, what they're doing is they're kind of completing a consolidation. If you look at this, right? You know, first it was awful over here, right? Then there was a base that was like 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, now they're trying to get it going on the upside over here. So it took them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks to crack it. And it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. So you probably need another week and a half to 2 weeks to see if this can break out. I have no interest. Honestly, I have no interest in fading metaverse. Seriously. Like, you know, Facebook is involved. Instagram is involved. No one's paying attention. I swear to God, can you remember the days when NFTs were all hot and people were like out of their minds? Like some headline that would come out and the whole space would gap up. No one cares. Now, some of this stuff is up today, and it should be. It should be because it's just gotten killed. Okay, Notorious. First of all, thank you for the Notorious love. You know, someone is asking, you know, AMC, the stock, the movie theater, is offering people a dividend in Ape Coin. Well, there's never a shortage of interesting ways for the masses to try and squeeze shorts. See if I can get to the right. Okay. So here's AMC. Okay, here's a lot of resistance at 25. Here's what I'm going to tell you about stuff like this. Somebody was asking about small bags, right? I understand taking risk in plays that have a narrative. I don't want to use the word high quality because that's kind of laughable in the crypto space. And it can be laughable when talking about likes of AMC. I mean, there's a big fib number around 25. It has not been able to sustain itself above that. Here's the point. Speculating is fun. When the market's going up, everybody wants to go to the altcoin casino. Don't go to the casino. Like, invest and trade in stuff that's good. So if AMC is up today because of an ApeCoin story, I think I would rather buy ApeCoin than AMC. Now, this BNB chart, I mean, these guys, this thing is above a key point at 310. The next fib number, the way I got a new system here, thanks to a friend of mine, right? Now, BNB may have resistance at 330. So I don't know that you want to pay 330 for Binance Coin, but if Binance Coin broke 330, it's not going to stop. It's going to go to 420. This make no doubt about it. But I don't know if you want to pay up today, but if it breaks out, it's going to go. Now, since I was talking about ApeCoin, let me see if I can find that on this list. Okay, so sometimes I think with ApeCoin, there was a lot of hype in the beginning, and there still may be a lot of people giving up on it because, you know, this was the start of the real heavy give up trade, right? This was like the last rally before it totally crashed. So you still got people getting out of this. You still have people getting out. Okay, there is a lot of resistance at 760. I get that. I also get that it's above its 60-day moving average. They tried to press it through there multiple times, and it didn't work. The thing about ApeCoin that you sort of have to remember is that it's also money. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to use ApeCoin as money. I'm interested in crypto as money, both for the trade through September and possibly next year. So this is not very exciting on the weekly chart, but this was, you know, it took them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks to crash. Okay. In terms of decent looking candles, I don't know, we're probably on the 4th one. Like, this here is a base. This is just nothing. So if they're going to unwind this whole bear market, they probably got 2 or 3 big green candles to go. Okay, yes, you did miss Zcash, but being that I'm just a total shameless shill monkey for Zcash, not investment advice, I can definitely do it again. So this is the log scale for Zcash. Again, trying to give you some variety. Okay. I can put the fib levels on here. Okay. So with Zcash, we had stuff from Token Metrics that suggested above 71, 81 was next. Okay. Here. Okay. Above 72, I have 88 next on this. This is weekly. People, I just can't stop loving it. I just can't. And when they kill this market in October, November, or if that's what they're going to do, I don't care. From $70 to 7 cents, I'm doing Zcash. I don't care. I'm waiting to get a phone call one day from somebody in the Zcash universe to offer me a really nice picture of Zcash to put in my backdrop. I'm totally ready to go Zcash maximalist. Somebody asked me, what's the next 100x for the next cycle? I'll let you guess what my answer is. I will let you guess what my answer is. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm getting a message here. People who use Tornado Cash are sending money from those wallets to people they do not like venture capitalists and influencers. Ha ha. So if something were to happen, they would also get wrecked. Interesting. So the Tornado Cash FUD, it sounds like could have like a second order effect. So if Uncle Sam doesn't want you using Tornado Cash, I mean, Zcash, as I understand it, I would have loved to have been at the Zcash conference, not able to make it. You know, I understand that they're going to try to put a layer 1 functionality in and go to proof of stake. It's going to be like, you know, secret network on steroids. Like I said, I can't stop loving it. I heard Edward Snowden talk about it. You know, he said there might be a day when your wealth could be held against you. You know, don't think that can happen. If in 2019, I told you we would have two major diseases running all over the world, with Russia and Taiwan invading other countries, or potentially threatening to invade other countries at the same time, you would have said I was out of my mind. If there's a blue sweep in November, if they win big or even small, if they just win, your wealth will be held against you. Look up the Snowden speech. Again, you don't have to like him. You don't have to like him, but he won best presentation for chastising Bitcoin developers for not having a privacy feature on Bitcoin. And he was an anonymous he was an anonymous founder / signer of the Zcash white paper. So if the guy who lived in the world that he lived in thinks your wealth could be held against you, well, I would pay attention, right? Meanwhile, you know, that's the next 100x. It's like, to me, it feels like buying Bitcoin at 75. Yes, it could go to 20 because Bitcoin did that. Bitcoin would go from 80 to 14 and just kill everybody. I don't care. I'm buying Zcash for my kids. That's what I'm doing. Okay, am I still bearish? Okay, well, the way I like to do this is, okay, well, let me clarify this. Ian said he found the next 100x, right? That was, you know, Ian and his fundamental group, that's their pick was something else. Okay, Zcash is like my personal pet market update project. Okay, Ian Bellina and his crew, that is the official Token Metrics 100x group and picks. Me, for talk show purposes, Zcash. Okay. Somebody says, are you still bearish? Okay, here's how to be bearish. The best way to be bearish is to acknowledge that bear market rallies can be absolutely unbelievable. There can be so much gratification and so much FOMO, right, that it leaves the door open for a surprise. So I had talked about 14K and 10K. I know chart guys who are still talking about 14 or 10K in Bitcoin, which is fine. But I think in order to get there, you have to suck everybody in at 32 and 40 or 32 or 40 or God knows where in ETH. I mean, I'm not advocating this, but can you imagine the FOMO if ETH made a new high off this merge? If there was some crazy parabolic? Do not doubt what can happen in down markets when there's a rally. Do not. Okay. Okay. So somebody's giving me a hard time here. Let me explain this. So all these so-called experts have been way off. They included me saying 10K Bitcoin by the end of July. They were also way off from Lee. Okay, here's the deal. One, the Gann work around July 4th flipped. It was supposed to go down on July 4th. It didn't. If something's supposed to go down and it doesn't go down, what's it going to do? It's going to go up. Second of all, with something I can't predict on my charts, I assumed Celsius was going to get liquidated. They were going to have to take billions in wrapped Bitcoin and dump it into the market which is what happened in 1929 when everybody got liquidated. They declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and those assets were effectively frozen and not dumped on the market. So what I'm trying to say was I was wrong. And I realized that nobody on YouTube has ever been wrong. But I'm one of the guys who can admit it. So then we just fixed it. We got it all turned around, and we came up with a new game plan, right? I mean, I work for a crypto company. Do you seriously think I wanted Bitcoin at 10K? But that's what my work showed. And when my work didn't show that anymore, we just flipped it around, which is why we do a daily show. Okay? Somebody says, love this show. Who is this guy? And why haven't I seen him before? Well, dude, we're a hidden gem. I'm serious. The whole token metrics ecosystem, the website, the YouTube channel, Twitter. We're trying to come out with Astrobot Society. We have NFT grades. Dude, it's a hidden gem. Get in early, right? Get in early. You know, if everyone's listening to everyone else, if everyone's doing the same thing and listening to a whole wide variety of other people, they're wrong, right? Listen to the guys, I think, who are like hungry, lean, and offer a lot of value add. That's not only me, but there's a couple other guys. This guy, Mind Your Biz, that we had on our show, okay? That guy knows what's up. I think I'm in an alpha group with Crypto Keep or Crypto Keeper. I have to nail that name down. He does a TA show on Thursdays that I'm on. There's a lot of smart people out there that are in that like 100K follower group. A lot of smart people, right? All right. Okay, so Aiken wants to know, will the metaverse benefit from NFT tokens rising? I think metaverse tokens are going to benefit if the NFT market starts to get hot again, which I think, remember the news from Tiffany's? Okay, it could start to get hot again, right? So yes, the metaverse tokens can benefit if the NFT tokens get hot. Now, you're going to have to be a token picker like you're a stock picker in order to figure that out, because it's not going to be across-the-board FOMO. If you have across-the-board FOMO on this rally, I think it's going to be the bigger coins, not the smaller ones. But that's just me, okay? Now, Lee is saying, I thought this was going to be Rectember. Okay, again, when the Gann worked flipped, it looked like September was going to be terrible, and now September may be okay. Again, people, really, you know, it's like if you can find a guy that has a crystal ball and can roadmap these things, I'm just giving it to you as I see it, right? When you got all the variables that we got in this wacky world, things can turn on a dime. The way this market is trading, I'm sticking by my guns. If you're going to make money in crypto, you better do it in the first half of August or in September. You better do it sooner rather than later. And even if I don't get that right, even if I don't have the dates right, I mean, making money sooner rather than later has worked. It's been working, right? Okay, Lee, continuing, he says he's wrong most of the time. I actually like talking about this. You know, Jim Cramer on CNBC has a whole horde of followers that literally do the opposite of whatever he says, right? You know, he said the Ukrainian war was going to be over in 2 weeks. And some guy I know said that's when you got long Zelensky. And he said crypto has no value. And then crypto goes up, right? He said that at the low. It's almost like he does it on purpose. But the guy has to talk every day. Like, who has to talk every day about predictive market content and is going to be right all the time? I mean, yeah, guys who write weekly and maybe monthly newsletters can sit around and say, yeah, I'm right all the time. But when you got to talk every day for 90 minutes, the market's going to make you look like a moron every now and then. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay. Crypto Daddy says, did I miss the chart work on Theta? No, I didn't do the chart work on Theta, but I can. Okay, so this is weekly in Theta, right? And
not sharing screen.
Not sharing screen. Okay. So let me just get this labeled right, because again, I'm kind of freestyling whether I'm using log scales or not to vary up the TA. So this looks like, I don't know. This looks like a 13 or 14 week base in Theta between $1.50 and $1. It looks like the next relevant point is 205. Obviously, this had a huge run up, but again, look where this thing came from. I mean, they were FOMOing into this at $14 a year and a half ago. You got to ask yourself, I mean, maybe this is an uptick. Most people are probably going to look at this as an uptick to get out. But again, look at these give up candles. People just packed it in here. So the bigger the base, the higher in the space. You want to buy the dip in this? Go ahead. Not investment advice. You know the drill, but I'm not opposed. Like, again, this is back to the 60-day moving average deal, right? In TA, the indicators always change, right? Theta broke the 60-day, hammered down here for 3 days. I mean, this crypto does this. This is what happens with our token metrics AI levels. In other words, if we go back to a regular scale here, this is sort of like TA teaching using the Theta chart. I mean, you'll see this on the levels that we have on the website that I show on the PowerPoint, right? I mean, this thing broke out and everyone was selling it, but it couldn't break when you finally got the green spinning top candle on the 60-day exponential moving average. Boom. Where did we get the 60-day exponential moving average from? The token metrics quantity. Okay. All right. Somebody giving me some love here. I usually hear you. And as I assume you are one of the best analysts, you bring us hope that crypto will survive all else, right? And a lot of people are saying crypto is a Ponzi. Yes, good point, right? I actually got 1,500 views on TikTok, right, for saying BlackRock, 15 seconds, okay? Is BlackRock the enemy of crypto? Are they trying to control crypto? No. They know that when all this is over, right, when whatever crypto needs to get sold, people are going to want sound money. They're going to want sound money. And that's crypto, period. Right? Somebody says, my homie Bill gave me the push I needed to sell before the market crashed, and now we're saddled up to get bullish. Okay, that's YV. Appreciate that. Appreciate that love. Okay. Okay, someone's asking what Ian Bellina's 100x pick is. Okay, I think Ian did a video about coins for the next cycle. I don't want to say what that is because I'm not sure if that's our premium customers only. I know he did a presentation for our premium customers. Let me see if I can call this up here on YouTube so I can show you what the video is. Okay. So let me share this. Oh, I am sharing this. Okay. So top coins for the bull run is Ian Bellina doing his old school live stream thing. So if there is something to be gained, if the 100x is in that video, great. Right? If the 100x is not in that video, that's for customers, people. We got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's very similar to helium. I'll give you that. That's the hint. Okay. Solidus AI will show up in our AI soon. Let me see if that is. I don't even know if I have data on this. Wow. Okay. So this is, I don't know, ticker symbol is SOLIDUS or SOLID. It's moving. It's moving. Right. There are small caps that are moving, which is why when you go to the token metrics ratings page, you get to see these type of things. Okay, somebody's asking about PERP. So PERP was last year's heartbreaker. Just I don't know, just broke my heart. I swear to God. Okay, PERP, which I thought was going to be one of these coins that was going to be like the future of derivatives, just blew up and went to zero. Sucked.
Not sharing screen.
All right, I got to share the screen. Okay. So this is PERP Weekly. Obviously, this is like below everything you could think of. The support is at 95 cents. The resistance is $1.09. This is the log scale. You know, I think with PERP, I think PERP is going to need a breakout from DYDX. I think that's the only way PERP gets going again, is if it gets the DYDX breakout. Okay, on a daily chart, you know, I know PERP has come out with like maybe a new, the PERP token has come out with like a new version of itself. Okay, there's a lot of people unloading. This looks like Engine Coin. There's a lot of people unloading right up here at $1. Now, if you get lucky, this is teacup and handle, or the bigger the base, the higher in the space. Look, people, I'm just saying, when it comes to derivatives, I don't know if it's DYDX, if it's PERP. There's no way institutions are going back to centralized exchanges exclusively. They're just not. They're just not. All right, folks, I got to wrap it up here. All right. Remember, if you're going to make money in crypto, do it sooner rather than later. Right? You can maybe get a vacation in August, but make sure you're on it after Labor Day. If that turns out to be wrong and it's Rectember, I will let you know. Right? So this is the market update. Remember, Astrobot Society on Twitter, NFT25 to get 25% off token metrics. This is Bill Noble. I will see you either tomorrow or Wednesday.